Hello, friends. Mortgage Mark. Let's talk about what's going on this week. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. Rates have been, for the most part, sideways. I'll show you that in a second. But truth be told, guys, we'll see if I'm right. I'll make the call. I think they're going to move sideways here for another couple of weeks, but I think they're going to start going up again in July. So here's why I think that. Here's what's going on. And again, I could be wrong, right? This is like trying to predict what the stock market's going to do tomorrow. Who knows? But I'll tell you. Here's why I think what I'm thinking. You guys can see rates have been going up. Remember, green is good, red is bad. So when it goes like down like this, not a great thing. But what I can tell you is you can see that rates got better, and then for the last 2 weeks, it got worse. So we've kind of into this sideways position here. But you see this black line coming down right here. This is the 200-day moving average. It's interesting. We've talked about technicals before. When it hits that, it's a formidable opponent. So at this point, I don't see rates going too much lower than where they are. Pardon me, too much higher, improving, I should say. Let's use that word. We're not going to improve too much more because that resistance level there. And also, guys, the inflation numbers that are coming out, one's going to come out tomorrow. Over the next few weeks, you may see headlines saying like inflation's peaking. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just a matter of last May 2021 number that dropped off, and it was at 0.9. And I think we're going to load on a similar number. So it's going to make it look like inflation's peaking. But last, June, July, and August, the numbers were 0.4, 0.3, and 0.4. So when as those months come and we drop off the 2021 number of 0.4, and we put on a new one of today's inflation numbers of 0.9, 1.1, you're going to see inflation go back up through the second part of summer. So I do think rates are going to keep going up. Here's where rates are now per FreddieMac.com. Again, it comes out every Thursday. Shows the rates, moving up again with 0.9 fees. As far as what do the economists say? So Lacey Hunt, he's a big deal. He's a good, super important. If you know him and you're in that world, he's a big deal. He supposedly thinks the inflation won't happen until Q1 of 2023. Fine, whether it's Q1 or Q4 doesn't matter, but it's coming. May already be here to some degree. But as far as inflation, he seems to think the same that we do, which is that he thinks it will basically end in Q4. I think the peak inflation, we'll see if I'm right, I think the peak inflation report will come out in November. After November, I think and hope inflation will start to level off. That'll go through Q1. I think it'll start coming down in Q2 of next year. We shall see. So basically, as far as the Fed, both Powell and Janet Yellen said that basically they could have used better words back in the day when they were predicting inflation. They got it wrong. We knew they got it wrong. It is what it is. But they're now fighting. They're fighting it from being behind the 8 ball and his movement. We've been talking about that for weeks to come, and or weeks in the past. Mortgage payments, technically, it's as high as statistically, it's as high as it has been in 40 years, right? So, and it's a combination of just the recent run up of appreciation of rates. We've all seen it. This is a neat chart that just shows it is in terms of percentage of the average income. The payments are as high as they've been in recent time. Having said that, it's still very affordable in terms of what you get here in Dallas-Fort Worth compared to other places around the country. So good news, we're in Dallas, love it, and it's good times. But here's something I thought was very interesting: gas. We all know gas is expensive. We know with Ukraine and Russia and all that other stuff that's going on, it's gotten very expensive, and the oil companies just aren't drilling as much. But guys, check out the yellow. And on average, folks are paying about $1,300 more in gasoline per year, about $100 more per month. I filled up a buddy's truck this last weekend. It's like $150. I don't drive a truck. It's real money. So the average price of the year ago about a little over $3. Now they're close to $5. So that just shows how inflation is in fact running. That's a huge part of it. And then lastly, for those that are in the area want to join us next Tuesday, normally we have these things on Wednesday, but next Tuesday, I'll be teaching a class in the office about appraisals and how lenders look at appraisers and how we can challenge or contest low values. So we've had a couple come in as of late. We've had low values for the last 2 years with COVID. The only difference now is people actually care because now the sellers don't have 7 offers waiting on it. They might only have 1 or 2, right? So the market is getting a little softer. It's still a very good market. I saw a stat: 61% of the market still has multiple offers coming in. So there's still a lot of activity, but appraisals are becoming more and more of a big deal. So I'll be spending time going through how we as lending community can contest values so that you as a real estate professional or anybody that cares, builder, doesn't matter whoever's watching this, you guys want to join us, it is super important. Love to have you. It'll be from 10:30 to 11 next Tuesday in our office. Lunch, as always, will be provided afterwards, so please RSVP. And if you have anything in the interim, just give us a shout. Appreciate you and have a great remainder of the week.